This is wrestling's greatest moments.
Hey now, wrestling fans. It's time for another episode of Wrestling's Greatest Moments, Who's Dat Wrestler?, where we provide 5 clues and you have to guess the wrestler's identity. The less clues you need to get the answer, the better your score. Before we get started though, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Here are the rules. You have 5 clues to guess each wrestler's identity, that is, the wrestling name they're best known by. If you answer the question with the first clue, you earn 5 points. If you answer the question by the second clue, you get 4 points, and so on, with the 5th and last clue being worth 1 point. If you don't answer the question within 5 clues, you get a whole lot of nothing. Dare to play the wild card? If you're willing to take a risk, consider playing our wild card question. We'll give you the subject. The question could be easy, medium, or hard. You won't know until you play it. It's a multiple choice question, or as we used to say in school, a multiple guess. Answer it right, and you add 5 points to your score. Answer it wrong, and you deduct 5 points. Keep in mind, the wild card is optional. Here's an example. Category: The Road Warriors. Your difficulty is easy. Lucky you. Here's a question. Which of these tag team titles weren't held by the Road Warriors? 1. The AWA World Tag Team Championship. 2. The WWF Tag Team Championship. 3. The ECW Tag Team Championship. Or 4. The NWA World Tag Team Championship. The correct answer is 3. The ECW World Tag Team Championship. Good luck. Question 1. Easy. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born on August 13th, 1949. He trained to become a wrestler with Verne Gagne. This wrestler worked in Verne Gagne's AWA, eventually winning the promotion's World Tag Team Championship. Clue number 2. This wrestler feuded with the Iron Sheik and Jim Crockett Promotions over the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. This wrestler was known for the high elevation he achieved with his finisher, the dropkick. Not surprisingly, this wrestler earned the nickname Jumping. Clue number 3. This wrestler held the Universal Wrestling Federation's World Tag Team Championship with B. Brian Blair, defeating the New Powers of Pain, a.k.a. the Warlord and Power Warrior, to capture the titles. Clue number 4. This wrestler was a member of the High Flyers team in the American Wrestling Association alongside Greg Gagne. Clue number 5. This wrestler teamed with B. Brian Blair and the WWF to form the Killer Bees. Who's Dat Wrestler? Who is Jumping Jim Brunzell? Question 2. Easy. Clue number 1. This second-generation wrestler was born on February 21st, 1979 in San Juan, Puerto Rico. He debuted in Puerto Rico's World Wrestling Council in 1999, initially working in Angle as a cameraman who eventually became a wrestler. Clue number 2. This wrestler debuted in his best-known persona in the WWE, appearing on SmackDown in 2004. This wrestler stunned the world and John Cena with his debut match when he defeated Cena for the United States Championship. Clue number 3. This wrestler teamed with his real-life brother Primo to win the WWE Tag Team Championship. This wrestler and his brother defeated World Tag Team Champions The Miz and John Morrison at WrestleMania 25 to unify the titles. Clue number 4. This wrestler became known for spitting an apple into someone's face because he spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. Clue number 5. This wrestler held both the United States and the Intercontinental Championships in the WWE. He returned to the WWE in 2023 at its Backlash Premium Live event to help rapper Bad Bunny fight outside interference from the Judgment Day? Who's that wrestler? Who is Carlito Caribbean Cool? Question 3. Medium. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born on January 24th, 1965, in Tampa, Florida. This wrestler was trained by fellow Florida native and pro wrestler Steve Kern. This wrestler debuted in the pro ranks in 1989. Clue number 2. This wrestler worked in ECW during its time as Eastern Championship Wrestling, but became much better known when it became Extreme Championship Wrestling, eventually winning its World Heavyweight Championship. This wrestler caused a scandal when he jumped to WCW while still ECW World Champion. Clue number 3. This wrestler had a highly successful run in Japan's frontier martial arts wrestling as the Gladiator. There, he had memorable runs with the promotion's World Brass Knuckles Championship, the Brass Knuckles Tag Team Championship, and the Independent World Heavyweight Championship. Clue number 4. This wrestler was well known for his feud with Masato Tanaka, including a highly regarded match at 2005's ECW One Night Stand pay-per-view. Clue number 5. This wrestler achieved notoriety in WCW for 2 less than awesome gimmicks, including the Fat Chick Thriller and That 70s Guy. Who's that wrestler? Who is Mike Awesome? Question 4. Medium. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born on July 26, 1983 in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, but raised in Florida. He debuted in wrestling in 2000, competing on the indie circuit in Florida. Clue number 2. This wrestler is known for being in several factions, including Generation Next and Ring of Honor, alongside Alex Shelley, Austin Aries, and Jack Evans. Clue number 3. This wrestler competed in Ring of Honor for 13 years, holding various titles including the promotion's World Championship, its World Tag Team Championship, and its World Television Championship. This wrestler defeated Tyler Black, aka future WWE superstar Seth Rollins, for the ROH World Championship on September 11th, 2010. Clue number 4. This wrestler defeated Orange Cassidy at the 2024 AEW Revolution pay-per-view to win the International Championship. Clue number 5. This wrestler is best known for his run in the Undisputed Era in NXT alongside Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish. In NXT, he held the North American Championship, the NXT Tag Team Championship, and the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. Who's that wrestler? Who is Roderick Strong? Question 5. Hard. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born on May 2nd, 1950, in Burlington, North Carolina. He was trained by Ole and Gene Anderson. Clue number 2. This wrestler held the Canadian Television Championship in Maple Leaf Wrestling after defeating Mike Rotunda. This wrestler also held the World Wrestling Council's Television Championship 2 times in 1992. Clue number 3. This wrestler held the NWA World Tag Team Championship in Jim Crockett Promotions with Bob Orton Jr. Clue number 4. This wrestler held the NWA World Six-Man Tag Team Championship with Ivan and Nikita Koloff. Clue number 5. This wrestler was nicknamed the Pride of the Carolinas. Who's that wrestler? Who is Don Kernodle? Question 6. Hard. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born on March 17th, 1930, of Croatian descent. This beefy wrestler reportedly 6 foot 4 inches and 360 pounds, would compete from 1953 to 1987. With some estimates, he worked 8,000 matches. Clue number 2. This wrestler served in the United States Navy during the Korean War and fought his way to the All-Navy Heavyweight Championship in wrestling and boxing. Wrestler Don Eagle discovered this wrestler and convinced him to try his hand at the grappling game. Clue number 3. This wrestler worked largely in the Midwest. He competed during the golden age of wrestling, when wrestling aired on major network television in the 1950s. This wrestler's finisher was known as the El Squasharoo. Clue number 4. This wrestler was billed from the fictional town of Mooseville, Maine. In addition to wrestling, he worked as an engineer for the city of Chicago, Illinois. Clue number 5. This wrestler's trademark ring gear was an elaborate moose head that he wore to the ring. Who's that wrestler? Who is Moose Cholak? Question 7. Ridiculous. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born in Westport, New Zealand, sometime around 1910. This wrestler began competing in 1934, becoming a star in Australia. Clue number 2. This wrestler upset whipper Billy Watson for the Toronto version of the British Empire Heavyweight Championship in 1949. Clue number 3. This wrestler was known for his intense training methods, and he guided the careers of aspiring wrestlers such as Giant Baba, Tiger Jeet Singh, Sailor Art Thomas, and Adrian Adonis. He also served as conditioning coach for the National Hockey League team, the Buffalo Sabres, in 1970, and later on, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Clue number 4. This wrestler became a manager and later a referee. He refereed the 1977 match in Maple Leaf Gardens where Harley Race defeated Terry Funk for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Clue number 5. This wrestler battled world champion Jim Londos at Sydney Stadium in November 1946 in front of a reported record 14,000 fans. Londos retained the title. Who's that wrestler? Who is Fred Atkins? Now it's time for the wild card. Dare to play the wild card? Remember, the wild card is optional. This week's wild card category, Jimmy Valiant. Difficulty, medium. Which band performed the version of the song The Boy from New York City used by Jimmy Boogie Woogie Man Valiant and Jim Crockett Promotions? 1. The Ad-Libs. 2. The Mad Libs. 3. The Manhattan Transfer. 4. Dokken. The answer is 3. The Manhattan Transfer. Jimmy Valiant's entrance theme in Jim Crockett Promotions was The Boy from New York City. Although the Ad-Libs originally recorded the song, Valiant used the version performed by the Manhattan Transfer. Now it's time to add up your score. Let's have the coach tell you how you did. Coach?
How'd you do? No points. You set up the ring. While you're at it, sweep up the gym. 1 to 5 points. You're a wrestling school student. 6 to 10 points. You're a local talent, or what I like to call a bum. 11 to 15 points. You're a jobber to the stars. 16 to 20 points. You're a mid-card talent. 21 to 25 points. You're an upper-card talent. 26 to 30 points. You're a main eventer. 31 to 34 points. You're the undisputed world champion. 35 points. You're a living legend. While you're at it, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Wrestling's greatest moments. the channel that celebrates the squared circle.